class 201. So you've done class 101 with her. Now you're hopefully about a week out from her launch party and you're ready to sit down and go through class 201. Now, ideally, I like to do these in person just because I want to get to know my new jeweler and kind of start building that relationship. But if she works full time, then we realistically will probably have to do it over the phone. So class 201, I think takes a little bit less time than the first one. So the first thing you want to do is you want to follow up from class 101. Talk to her about, has she had anybody who's agreed to have a show for her? Has she asked anybody about having a show for her? How about some advance orders for her party? Now she probably has people telling her they can't come, so maybe they'd like to look at a catalog and place an order ahead of time. I would make sure she's personally messaging those who aren't responding on Facebook, because you know how we invite people and then some say yes, some say no, and then the majority say nothing. So you want to give her some verbiage to remind those girls who have not responded either way to encourage them to come. Make sure she has her practice show scheduled. When is that? Hopefully it's within a week of her first show. Talk to her about the expectations for the launch party. Are you going to do the whole party? Does she want to do some of the presentation? Most of the time I do the whole thing, but every once in a while I have a jeweler that says, no, I think I'd like to do it, or why don't we share it? And that's totally fine. I'm happy to work with whatever she wants to do and whatever her confidence is on that right now. Talk to her about bookings from her launch party. I always tell the girls that sometimes it's easier for me to ask their friends to have shows than for you to ask their friends to have shows. So if that's the case, then don't check them out, because when they check out and they're ready with their order, that's when I'm going to talk to them about having a show. So if someone comes up to you and says, oh, here, Rachel, I'm ready. No problem. Let me give that to Jennifer. And I'm going to take that from her. And that way I get a chance to talk to her about having a show. Would you like to have a show to help Rachel get started in her business? Yes. And you're nodding. Talk to her about the expectations too. She might be super excited about it, or she might be worried that nobody's going to come. So talk to her about how the launch party does not determine the success of your business. Yes, of course, it's great to have a great launch party and get off to an awesome start. But even if it isn't as great as you want it to be, that's okay, because we're going to do the practice party. We have other ideas to get you going in this business. So not everything rides on that training show. See if she's watched some more training videos. What are her takeaways? What is she noticing? What is she liking? What does she want to implement in her business? What doesn't she like? And then talk to her about 3 friends who might listen to the BizUp call. That's one of the squares on her tic-tac-toe sheet. You want her on the call as well so that she can hear how you share it, so that she can get more comfortable sharing it. And have her give you names of people. Like I write on this sheet all over the place. So when she says she's going to ask Mary, Susie, and Jane to have a show for her, I write Mary, Susie, Jane. Who are 3 friends that might hear about the call? Lucy, Sarah, and Sally. Put those names down so that I can follow up with her and I can remember the names that she gave me. So that's what I do at the second one, and just reassure her that the launch party is going to be great, whether we have 3 people or 30 people. It's all about building her up at that point. And then her homework for class 202 is reminders for her launch party and her practice party, to watch at least 4 videos and text me her takeaways, and practice for her practice show. Because you're going to probably do the first show, she needs to do the second show. So she needs to at least just start practicing. And that's it for class 201.